Hey guys, Deborah with Pinching Pesos here, and it's story time. I've never done a story time before, but I thought this particular subject needed a story time. Um, Please excuse my appearance. I am wet from the rain, like wet, and I wasn't expecting to be on YouTube, but I just thought now was the right time while the feelings were fresh. So, if any of y'all may know, about a week ago, I went live at the request of Chad Goldenfinger Picker to talk about a business deal that I had stumbled upon while I was out garage selling. Tanya over at Thrifty Treasures challenged me to a garage sale challenge because I hate garage selling. I don't want to go garage selling. I would much rather go to the thrift store and find all kinds of wonderful treasures that I love to buy. And, they're like my woohoo, yay, kind of feeling. So I don't like to garage sell. I feel like I'm driving around for no reason. And yes, I know everybody, you find these amazing deals and it's so wonderful for you. I don't like it. I'm glad you do. I'm glad that you find amazing things. I don't want to do it. I'll go to a thrift store any day before I'll garage sell. However, I did participate in our little garage sale challenge, and while I was garage selling, I ran into a gentleman who is a professional dumpster diver. He's been featured in magazines and on national news. He was on Fox News. He had an interview talking about company security. He's the CEO of his own company, and he's a professional dumpster diver. Wired did an article about him if you want to look it up. Okay, so I ran into him at his garage sale where he had all of these things sitting out in his front yard, all kinds of stuff. It started out because I was buying, I negotiated on a shipping scale, really nice shipping scale. And then there was some of those expandable foam, you put your stuff in it and then it like goes poof, and it like encases it in foam. Amazing stuff. I got to get some of that, but I'm pretty sure it's super expensive. However, he was getting it out of the dumpster. This was where it would have been really beneficial to me to get all of the information for this, from this individual. However, we got into a conversation, because I was buying the shipping scale. I bought the foam. He's like, hey, do you need any boxes? And I'm like, nah, I really don't need boxes. I have plenty. I said, unless you got small boxes, if you have some small boxes. So he came with some of those Uline white folding boxes, a stack of them brand new. And he's like, I get those out of the dumpster for free. So I can tell you where I get them, no problem. He's like, here's a tape gun. Here's this. And I was like, okay. He's like, well, do you have an online business or what? You sell on eBay? And I said, yeah, that I do eBay, I do a little Amazon. He goes, well, I had a partner. Not really a partner, but I had somebody I was working with. I have all of this stuff, and he's showing me all of the things, and I start looking them up, and God, they sell for $300, $400, $500 a piece. And he's like, I got this, I have the filters, I've got this stuff for cars, and I'm looking those up, and they're $30 a piece. He's like, yeah, I've got 100 of those. And so he's like, I have storage units. I got, the entire wall is lined with these $60 filters and this and that. And I'm thinking, at that point, my eyes just kind of glazed over. And I'm like, this is an awful lot of information going in. And he was talking really fast. And I was like, okay, well, I'll come back tomorrow, and we can talk about it or whatever. And I ended up, at the urging of Chad, going back over there kind of immediately within the hour. And discussing this business deal with him because I was really kind of concerned about other resellers coming. There's lots of very successful resellers in this area who wouldn't have any problem at all stumbling upon this garage sale and talking themselves into the deal. So I went back over there to talk with him, and we had this, pretty lengthy discussion, and everything seemed really kosher and seemed like a good idea. You know, I mean, it's pretty valuable stuff, basically being handed to me at no cost of my own. And that was that. So I had planned to come back the following day on Sunday and pick some of the stuff up. This was last weekend. Well, something ended up happening on Sunday. He called me at 4 and was like, I need, can you bring your truck and your trailer? I'll load it up with stuff and we can put it in the storage. I said, well, the storage place closes at 5. So if you're going to get a storage unit, you're going to have to call them, right away. 5 o'clock rolled around and I didn't hear from him. So I was like, okay, well, the storage place is closed. So I gave him a call and was like, hey, did you secure the storage? He's like, no, I got into an argument with my wife. They're in the process of getting divorced. That's why all of this stuff is being moved to begin with. She hates his entire business. And doesn't want anything to do with it. And I can understand it makes your house junky. If you're unorganized, or even no matter how organized you are, whenever you're constantly bringing in all of this stuff, it's going to be junky. And it can make you rip your hair out. So, yeah. Well, fast forward to yesterday. Because I didn't call him. I wasn't going to chase this deal. I kept going back and forth about it of whether or not it was something I even wanted to do. Because the way that I see it is I would be involving myself in someone else's chaos for a 50% profit. And I wasn't really sure if I wanted to do that, even though I could make $200 off of each one of these one units that I sold, and I can make, this amount of money off of that unit and this amount of money off of that. At 50%, it was still good price. I wasn't sure if I wanted to involve myself in his kind of chaotic lifestyle. I don't do well with people who are not organized because I'm not organized. So I need somebody to be my other half. My husband is the same way. We are equals on a seesaw. So what he knows, I don't know how to do. And what I know how to do, he doesn't know how to do. So we kind of complete each other. And I don't need me being this. This is the kind of organizational skills I have. I do not need to add a person who has worse organizational skills than I do. I really see that as being awful, right? This is not a good idea. Okay, so let's go to yesterday. Since I hadn't called him all week, because I wasn't gonna, like I said, I wasn't gonna chase him down. I was taking my daughter to college yesterday. Actually, I was taking stuff. She wasn't even in the car with me. She was in another car. We were doing like a caravan. And so I drove like 3 hours yesterday up to drop her at college. And he calls me. And he is ready to get the stuff out and give me the things and all of that. And I'm like, well, look, I'm traveling today. I'm not even home. Won't be back until later. So I called him at 8:30 when I got back and said, hey, look, I just got back. How about tomorrow I bring a trailer and you can load the stuff, but you're going to need to figure out the storage situation. Today, I call him about 12:30, and he's still has not figured out the storage. And mind you, this has been a week, right? He's had a whole week There's been a whole week time frame in between when we first started talking about storage to today. And I told my husband, I said, hey, I think I'm just going to get a truck because it's been raining, i.e. why I'm all wet. It's been raining for over a week. And I was like, I'm just going to get a truck. And that way, instead of putting it on the trailer, you don't have to worry about it getting wet. You don't have to rush trying to do anything. So I basically told the guy, I said, look, I'm going to go get something and then I will come over to your house and we can, you can load up the stuff. My husband says, I think you're doing too much work for 50%. And I said, yeah, I know that. He goes, because you're doing all the work and he's just getting half of the money. And I said, I know. And it really is more of like a consignment deal, right? Because they provide the stuff, you sell it, you get half or however much you agree on. And I was like, yeah, I'll probably need to renegotiate the percentages that we're talking about here because I take all the liability. Well, I rent the truck. I get in the truck. I drive the truck to his house. I call him. He doesn't answer, but I know he's there. There's guys outside like mowing the lawn. So I decided to get out and walk around because there's stuff everywhere. Oh my gosh, there's stuff everywhere. Casino machines, like slot machine parts and car parts and these air purification systems and just so much stuff. There's just so much stuff just everywhere. And I decided I'm walk back in the backyard and kind of walk around and I'm looking at everything and I'm standing there and I'm like, I don't want my yard to look like this. I do not want this stuff. I do not want this in my backyard. I do not want all of these things there hanging over my head. I don't want this. And I walked away and I got in the van or the truck. It's a big truck, 17-foot truck. Got in the truck and took it back to the U-Haul place. And the lady's like, are you done? Are you back already? And I was like, I changed my mind. And she said, don't worry about it. I don't know if she thought maybe I was like, changed my mind that I was moving from my boyfriend's house or whatever. I don't know what she thought I meant when I said I changed my mind. But she just reversed everything and canceled everything out and didn't charge me a dime. And so I don't plan on negotiating with this guy anymore. I don't think it's a good idea for me. I don't want that stuff. I don't want it here. I don't, just walking around that yard and walking around, I'm like, this is going to happen to me. This is what's going to happen to me. All of these shelves and tarps and this stuff, and I'm going to put it in my backyard probably, and I'm just like, this is not what I want at all for me, my mental state of mind, because I was telling my husband when I got back, because I was all wet, he's like, did you walk here? And I was like, yeah. I was like, it's not that far, the U-Haul place is like a mile from the house, but then it started raining when I was like halfway home. He's like, what happened? And I was like, I changed my mind. I don't want to do it. And I said, I remember when I had all of that Amazon stuff. I had all those boxes. If y'all remember, if you follow me, I had all those boxes, U-Haul boxes, extra large U-Haul boxes sitting up back here. And that stuff just hung over my head constantly to the point that I packed it all up and mailed it to another reseller and was like, here, take this from me because I can't do this stuff anymore. I hate this stuff. And it was like so relieving to get rid of it. So it's like, why would I want to bring myself into something where A, I'm responsible to another person, but B, it's not anything that I care about. I don't care about any of that stuff. And it's going to be like weighing on me constantly. And every time I look outside, it's going to be there. And it's like, that's just not what I want with my business. And it would be a really good opportunity for somebody else to go like immediately and just offer the guy like $1,000 for the stuff and just take it away. Like, it would be perfect for somebody to just, you know, here's money, I'll take it, and wash your hands with it, you know. But even at that point, and I could offer him cash, I don't want the stuff. I just don't. I don't want it here. I don't want it here. So that's what happened with the big business deal that was talked about a week ago. I basically walked away. He was going to give me all of the information about where he found all the stuff, what their schedules were, how it all functioned and everything, and it's not the right opportunity for me. It would be for somebody else. I know that there's people right now that would be like, yes, but not for me. So that was the decision that I made. I didn't feel bad about it. I didn't, you know, I literally just walked away and got in the truck and left. And yeah, that's it. So that's how that turned out. I have a haul video for you guys that I will be doing later. I'll put some makeup on and not have a wet shirt, or at least dry my shirt off. Because I got some good stuff the other day. But anyway, thanks for watching. I just wanted to explain that to you guys because I've gotten questions all week long about, well, whatever happened, that's how it ended. I walked away. So anyway, I love you guys. I will see y'all later when I do this haul video. I hope that story made sense. It wasn't thought out at all. I literally just walked in the door and was like, I need to make this video right now. So I'll talk to y'all later. Bye, you guys. Always remember to do what's right for you and for your business. Don't get caught up in money ideas because it can go really bad.